Hello, everyone. There is a lot of really active astrology in the sky right now, and it's doing a lot of really beautiful things for us in our lives right now. And they're also very painful and can bring up a lot of fear. And so I wanted to pop up on here real quick, give you kind of a rundown of what's going on, why it's so important that we stay present with what comes up for us and how it comes up for us, and then the action that we feel that is required. Kind of now knowing what we know, and at this vantage point of our journey, really, kind of taking inventory of where we've been, what we want, what feels good. This astrology, and especially in Leo season, Leo is all about what feels good, and it's about specifically kind of you, Leo. Leo is can be kind of the ego a little bit. And the thing about the ego is it gets twisted that you can't have ego at all. No, the ego is evil. The ego is not evil. The ego is there to protect you. And so it's about, working with your ego and figuring out, is this something I actually need protection from, or do I really need to deal with this? Because the ego is like, oh, no. You're wonderful. You're amazing. So there's a whole lot of Leo energy in the sky. Obviously, the sun is in Leo, and that Mars is kind of leading the way through Leo. And so wherever Leo sits in your chart, and the house that correlates with it, really really be paying attention to what is coming up for you, especially creatively. Leo is the performer. Leo likes to be seen. Leo is the heart. Leo rules the heart. Leo is the sun. None of us would be here without the sun. None of the planets, none of the asteroids, none of the humans, none of the water bears in outer space. Well, maybe the water bears. I don't know. No, I think they still need sunlight. Probably. Oh, I have no idea. But Leo is the magnet that holds all of this together. Leo, kind of when you really get down into it, is pure unconditional love. Just shining your light, sharing your warmth, so it can be seen, so others can grow from it. Because what is the sunlight? What does sunlight do for us? Sunlight allows us to grow our food, plants, photosynthesis. It allows plants to make their own food. It powers our cars, hopefully a lot more sooner rather than later. It's kind of the ultimate gift, really. Just one out of pure unconditional love and service. So that is kind of the highest vibration of Leo. And so as we've got so much forward momentum moving through Leo, through what inspires us, through how we shine our light, really be paying attention to what kind of downloads you're getting, or what you're seeing, or what you're feeling, or what you're experiencing, because our ability to really get down in that heart, in that Leo, and feel, yeah, that feels really good. That feels really good. When I think about that, I like thinking about that. That brings me lightness. It does XYZ in my body. And this is a feeling that I like, versus you think about something else and you're like, and you notice where it's hitting and you're like, oh no, none of that feels good. I don't like any of that. No, thank you. None of that, please. I don't want any more of that. And then adjusting accordingly. Remember that Mars is leading the charge through Leo. Mars is action. Mars is our inner masculine. If we give it the opportunity, our divine masculine. Mars is the god of war. And this is a thing that's important to remember. He's the god of war, not necessarily strategy and planning. And so when we are in the gift of this divine Leo energy, as Mars leads the charge, we can more easily surrender and experience the wave of that divine as it tries to move us forward. So if instead of fighting the current, I'm having a hair day, so it's safely under this hat. I never wear hats, but here we are. But because Mars isn't necessarily all that great on strategy and planning, we can more easily surrender to and relax into these divine inspirational pushes as they come forward, because we can trust them, because they are coming from our sun, from our divine source of light, from our connection to source. And Also, we're going to be getting another cosmic boost on Monday, August 12th, in a really big way, because Uranus starts to go retrograde, starts stationing retrograde in Taurus, and Jupiter moves forward. And Jupiter is moving forward. Where do my notes say he's moving forward? Where is he? I think he's in Sagittarius right now. I'm not sure. This is embarrassing. I don't know. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. If I had it written down, okay. We don't have it written down. But the big thing that is happening, why this is so important. Oh, yeah, duh. Hold on. I should have just pulled the chart up. I'm going off my notes, which are handwritten, and so it would have been easier just to see the picture. But what is happening? Why this is so important Monday, August 12th? Because Uranus is going backwards and Jupiter starts to move forwards. And all of this is happening with the Great Attractor involved. And the Great Attractor is a black hole, one of the biggest black holes in the known universe, that holds our corner of the universe together. I think there are 7, and 7 is also very important because 7 is the biggest spiritual number that there is. But they kind of anchor in our local supercluster of galaxies, essentially. And so they are pure source energy, both attracting and then spewing out. Black holes are the ultimate in Kali energy, right? Because again, they attract everything. Things come from light years and light years away to get to them, to see what's up. And then they get sucked in and it's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. And I would imagine the only way you actually survive a black hole, a la Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar, is by surrendering to the ride. You can't fight a black hole. And so as we've got Uranus moving backwards, Uranus is the madman of our solar system, very much kind of a Doc Brown from Back to the Future energy, you know, just kind of this inventor who wants to wake you up, doesn't care how you get up, but he's there for erratic pushes of inspiration. And Jupiter is the biggest benefic in our solar system. Benefic meaning that where he shows up typically is where the sun shines on us, you know, where we might be a little bit more blessed in certain areas than others. Alternatively, though, Jupiter, named after Zeus, the Roman, Jupiter is Roman, Zeus would be Greek, ancient Greek god, and Zeus, big in excess, pretty rapey. So again, Jupiter is just all about like, bigger, better, bigger, better, bigger, better. And so there's a whole lot of divine source energy just again stepping forward to get us through these uncomfortable movements, because it's not something that we are supposed to fight right now. And a lot of us, when we fight against the energy, that's when we get torn apart, right? That's what, if you're thinking about yourself getting sucked down into the black hole, and there's a point, I think, where all blue light turns red or all red light turns blue. And then if you're watching someone from the vantage point of a black hole, they'll just be frozen on the event horizon and for eternity. Meanwhile, the person on the event horizon is like getting spaghetti sliced through. That seems like something you probably just have to surrender to and not fight. That we can trust the flow of our life right now. This is kind of the sky opening up and saying, hey, are you ready? Like, in a past video, I talked about Indiana Jones kicking the stones and walking on the invisible path. That's this moment right now. Like, kick the stones, you got to stick, but girl, you got to take a step. It's time to take a step. And that's so beautiful. And so the other ask of this time right now is to really be present with with what is coming up, with gratitude and humility, and saying thank you for the lessons, because we've really gone through it, and we're about to push into something newer and brighter and uncharted. And All of our challenges made us exactly who we are in this moment. All of our heartbreaks, all of our strife, all of our anxiety, our worry. And we owe it a great deal because it helped illuminate within us all the areas that still needed active love and healing, that needed conscious, channeled love. And the thing about learning how to consciously channel love, it starts from the inside and it ripples out. And the ask right now, again, with Mars leading the charge through Leo, is what puts you in the energy where you can just ripple out unconditional divine love. And how do you get to a place where you can live there? You know, how do you physically make the moves that you need to make so you can have the highest vibration possible, so you can be the embodiment of your highest self here? Because now is the time where we roll up the sleeves and we work. It's ball game time. Maybe that's why I'm wearing a hat, specifically for this for this one ball game reference. And it's going to be baseball because it's a baseball hat. But yes. So anyway, pay attention very much on Monday, October 12th, as we kind of venture into this new uncharted territory, because the ride is about to get bumpy. But a good way, in a way that I'll hopefully, I mean, you know, we can talk until we're blue in the face about how this astrology might actually manifest, and it always, without fail, ends up manifesting just slightly different. It's like inverted to how you think it's going to be, and so you think it's going to go one way, and you're just like, oh, that was cute. That was cute that I thought that for a minute. But then thank you for the lesson spirit of illuminating that for me, and I think this is just one big ask to surrender control. Because Mars, not that great at strategy. What is strategy? Control, trying to control the outcome. The divine has us in its reins right now, or we've got the divine has the reins, probably. The divine has the reins. And this is about breathing into and really feeling into what makes me feel good, and then what am I going to do about that? And then what makes me feel good, what aligns me to my highest purpose, what aligns me to be the embodiment of unconditional love. How do I give that freely? And when we can master that vibration, our physical world just changes automatically. And that's requires so much trust. So this is a good opportunity to surrender to trust, because remember, Uranus is unpredictable. He's the lightning bolt. Lightning never strikes in the same place twice. We're literally bending space-time right now. And where we want to consciously channel and focus our energy is where we're going to go by default, as written by the rules of the universe. So make sure that you're channeling it where you want to go. You're focusing on where you want to be, not where you don't want to be. Because the universe has a funny way of bringing us exactly what we wish for. Not always in a way that we asked for it. The universe can be pretty goddamn little. So with that said, just a little quick spirit message about what we need to know for this time. Space reality. And this is, again, a timeless reading. Whenever you have found this, you've probably needed to find it. I did do a pre-shuffle before I started, but then my recording cut off halfway through, so I'm not sure. The energy might have shifted by now, so the same cards might not come out, but we'll just find out and wait and see. So, Spirit, what are we going to need to remember? Or how can we best meet the great opportunity that is Monday, August 12th? How can we best spend space-time? Okay. The same. The first card has been the same. All right. This is a very sweet time, if you let it be a sweet time. We've got the Six of Cups here. This is kind of the card of ultimate nostalgia. This is unconditional love, because children love unconditionally. Children don't question motives. You know, they meet everything open with fresh hearts. And there's a lot of fear in this Six of Cups. There's a lot of fear as it relates to an offer in the physical realm. This is the Ace of Pentacles. It came out on its side. And I do read reversals. But this doesn't know which way it wants to go yet. This Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning in the physical. This would be like a new beginning with something that is more aligned in your heart, something that puts you in that childlike energy. I'm really drawn to the windows in the Six of Cups, in that they're all black and it looks like nobody's home. And yes, this beautiful display is happening in the courtyard, but here's a guy walking with a sphere. And so, like, how safe is the environment that you're in? Is the environment a place where you can nurture and grow the Six of Cups energy, where you feel safe bringing your walls down and just being the innocent child that we all have within us, our own inner child, free of all of our inner child wounds, which can take a lifetime. This is all building to something, though. What are we building to? This Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a fresh start in the physical world. Oh shit, we got flame. Oh, I said physical world. The world popped out. Spirit, you're crazy. All right. This is a time to build our futures, guys. Straight up. This is a time to close out the cycles that need to be closed out, because they are all wrapped up right now. And really get to work on what you came here to do. And however that manifests for you, whatever you know in your heart of hearts, what you're here to do and the energy that you're here to bring to get you into the Six of Cups energy, regardless of what's happening around you, where you feel safe because you are so rooted and grounded. Look at how, like, dude's feet looks like he's literally growing out of the cup. That motherfucker is one with the plant. So how can you grow yourself? Look, he started from just a normal little white peace lily, and now he's a full-blown human man or child. And maybe at least identifying. I don't know if he identifies as male, but he presents as male in this photo. And this is, again, not being afraid to do what you want to do. The Six of Cups is not a scary card, but I feel so much fear of what you can't see in this. But the thing about the Six of Cups, it doesn't matter what you see. It matters what's in here. You know, unconditional love is love without sight, love without eyes, love without judgment. And again, that's kind of the thing about Ace of Pentacles and just Pentacle energy, period, is it's everything that you can touch, taste, smell, everything in the material world that we experience, Earth itself. And so it's the Six of Cups can be an energy a lot of us intuitively fear, especially if we have been indoctrinated into the belief that the physical world is all there is, and period, that end of story. Like, there is no magic. Astrology is not real. Like, tarot cards bullshit. Ghosts are fake. That might be your reality. That's not everyone's reality. It's not my reality. It's never been my reality. But when we give ourselves permission to go after what makes us feel like children, what makes us feel like, you know, kind of these ultimate little creator beings of pure love, that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to physically manifest. This is a card about working together. This can also be a card indicating apprenticeship, which is interesting. And study. But cycles are complete. This world card is upright. If cycles were still closing out, she'd be upside down. She'd be reversed. She's not. trust kind of the picture that you're seeing right now, because what I am seeing right now is like, you know, after the end of like Looney Tunes Saturday morning cartoons, I almost said Peppa Pig, but it's Porky Pig. Peppa, what are you doing in the Looney Tunes? It's Porky Pig, and he pops out and he goes, that's all, folks. That's totally the energy of the world. Like, bing, time to start a new episode or go outside. Build, do something physical. This is saying physical, make the physical movements that you need to make to put this Ace of Pentacles upright, because this is where she's sitting right now, folks. That hand hasn't fully extended down to the sky and said, here you go. It's yours if you want it. You have to decide that you want it, because the universe goes where you focus. And if you're sitting in unsure energy, the universe is like, all right, well, she's unsure. I don't know what to do. I'll go, okay, she's worrying about a lot of anxious things. So maybe I'll bring her all the shit she's anxious about so she'll deal with why she's anxious, because that's kind of how the universe works. So we have to decide we want the new. We have to decide that we will do the work when the new shows up. And we have to decide that we want to actively stay here in our hearts where we can connect one-on-one like children. Pringo. What else, Spirit? Do you have any closing messages for us right now? Because it feels like a bookend in a really nice way. In a really, really nice way that I can only explain energetically. But everything starts energetically first, right? Because again, you have to decide you want something. You have to make a decision on where you're going to go. And then the physical world moves first. Too many fell out. I'm going to take the Wheel of Fortune, which is reversed, which also indicates cycles, another season turning. It's also something we can get stuck on. So what are you stuck on? What are you stuck on right now? Spirit. Sorry, my computer keeps... Where are we at? 22? Okay. What are you stuck on right now? Why is Wheel of Fortune reversed? Too many chords. Well, and who do we have at the bottom here? Two of Wands. Bitch, get out of your toxicity! Wheel of Fortune's reversed because you're doing shit you know you're not supposed to be doing right now. You're sticking to what is binding you, what's keeping you in these chains. And remember, the thing about the devil is this couple can take their chains off anytime they want. They're there by choice. Or the illusion that they're trapped there. But really, look, the devil... He's not even holding the fucking chain. He's not even really paying attention to what they're doing. He's just trusting that, like, these motherfuckers are too dumb to take their own chains off their necks. Okay. I shouldn't say they're too dumb to take the chains off their neck. That is a low vibe way to look at that. What we should say instead is that when we are doing things that we know don't serve our highest purpose, oftentimes they are feeding kind of the ego that we talked about a little bit earlier, or just because they straight up feel good, you know, like people do drugs because they're fun. And drugs are, for me, kind of one of the ultimate correlations to that devil energy, that addiction, you know, what lights up the addictive part in our brain, and that can be all sorts of things, you know, money, sex, power, drugs. In order to starve off turning the Wheel of Fortune, there has been kind of a diving into, backwards bend back into this toxicity, into what you know is not good for you. Watch this figure here. I mean, they are straight up just like back into this energy. They have fallen off of the wheel, and they are now the third party, or the fourth party, including the devil, down here chilling in Hades in the underworld. Okay, so the full picture is emerging here. You know where you want to go. You know the fresh start you want to have. You know where your heart is aligned. You know it's going to require work. You know a total cycle has ended. The world is the last card of the major arcana. It's the end. It's when you go back to the 0 card, back to the Fool. That leap of faith off a cliff. The Fool is next in this journey. The Fool requires the energy of the 6 of Cups, of that open heart, of the ultimate free child experience, of just unconditional trust and love. And, oh, okay, you know, like, oh, okay, all right, I'm just gonna go play over here now, I'm okay. Like, kids are little baby geniuses. If we just let them kind of do what they need to do, they'll self-regulate. If we empower them to. But this is the ultimate act of faith and trust. And again, that is reflected in the sky right now. And so, all right, Spirit, how do we get out of this devil energy? Spirit's got a lot of suggestions, you guys. Lots of suggestions. Oh, you gotta let what's dead die. 3 fell out. These need to be taken. Oh, shit. I'm playing without a full deck. We got some stowaways. Who's stowing? Oh, there are no accidents. Let me throw these guys on here, too. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Let me scooch this back more room. I don't know how long this reading is going to go. If it's resonating, I'd really like to know. This feels very specific. And so my intention with all of these is they get to exactly who they need to get to, where they need to go. So hopefully you're getting clarity. And if you would like to book a reading with me, you may do so. I do personal readings. Just email adastraangel1111@gmail.com and I will take it from there. Okay. I was asking if I needed to read them line by line or as the whole 6 altogether, and I got the whole 6 altogether. There's a fear here that the stagnation is leading to a broken heart, or that by getting kind of out of this stagnated energy from the Hanged Man here, if the Hanged Man were to fall out of the tree, he would fall straight onto the heartbreak that is the 3 of Swords. So there is a feeling here that I feel like is leading with the devil showing an appearance and the not wanting to spin the Wheel of Fortune to move on to the next. That by staying in this Hanged Man energy, you're kind of staying in this heartbreak energy. Or to move would be to face this heartbreak energy. But remember, even though it looks like you're about to fall and like get sliced to pieces in really unpleasant ways, 3 of Swords is reversed. Heartbreak's on the way out. This is, your worst fears are not going to come true. You're going to be successful wherever you're trying to go. And it looks like where you're trying to go is whatever either puts you in the energy of the Queen of Cups. You're going to be successful. This is a card of, you, like, your parade is guaranteed. The Queen of Cups is a very gentle card. She can be extremely emotional. Can't we all? But she, again, kind of has that embodiment of the vibration of unconditional love. She can be I'm noticing the correlation. A few things are happening right now. One, I've never noticed that the Queen of Cups has like a red shell directly above her throat chakra, on top of her throat chakra. And then I'm also drawn to the fact that this guy is wearing a red cloak. There's a lot of red here on the table. Red is root chakra. Red is the chakra that is tied to the ground. This is our foundation. Our new foundations are being built, and the way foundations have to be built, they have to be built energetically first, before we can even break ground, right? Because like if you're gonna build a house, you're not just gonna dig a hole and be like, okay, here we go. You gotta have a plan. You gotta know how big of a hole to dig. Are you gonna have a partial basement, a full basement? Are you gonna put an in-ground pool in there? Because like that's pretty tight. You know, you have to have a plan. A plan is being formulated, a plan is coming together, and you're going to be successful in that plan. It's just about dying. It's just about dying. The card Death gets kind of a bad rap. So there's a lot of major arcana on the table right now. We've got the World, we've got the Hanged Man, we've got the Wheel, we've got Death, and we've got Devil. So we've got 5 major arcana cards on the table right now. So one, know that you are not moving through just any old cycles. This is like major arcana are kind of energetic templates that we encounter that are divinely orchestrated for us to grow from. Would probably be the best way to put that. And so one, you are very much exactly where you need to be, you know, kind of surrendering to your journey, where you can learn to trust, to turn the wheel of fortune, to get yourself out of what is kind of keeping you in your toxic energy. The days of broken hearts are over. It's just kind of this final push through the cycle of death. Death is the ultimate surrender. And that's really what's being asked right now. To get out of the energy of the stagnation of the Hanged Man, you have to surrender to the fall. You have to surrender to the faith that while it looks like you might get shredded to absolute pieces, that this energy is over. It's over. You can't fight off that which is dying. You can't fight off that which is dead. And oftentimes, I mean, think about things that are gangrenous. You know, when gangrene shows up, that shit will kill you. You have to cut off that which is dying, or it will kill you. There is a refusal here. And what I'm concerned about for you, dear watcher, if this is resonating, just be fucking careful. These are two together. Just be careful. Don't get yourself into a mess you can't get out of. Really sit and get clear on what you need to give death to. Page of Swords, there is a teenage energy. It feels very like, I know what's best for me energy. And ultimately, yes, we all do knows what's best for us. But a 13-year-old's idea of what's best for them is probably very different from, say, a 32-year-old's idea of what's best for them, or a 50-year-old, or a 60-year-old, or a however old. So surrender to the ride. Work on what you need to work on, and give death to that which needs to die. Whatever your fears are about not being good enough or not getting to wherever or whoever you want to go to are unfounded. And not unfounded in like, they're fucking stupid. That's not true at all. You know, fears, we can be very grateful for, because they show us what we value. When we have fear, we care a lot about something. And so that in itself is a divine gift. And this is a time where, in order for you to be the best version of yourself, we really all have to face our fears. And the astrology is so conducive for doing that right now. And that's fucking great. We are like, insert basketball reference here, in terms of an alley-oop, or like, what's the thing where they pass it and then, that's what this shit is right now. And we get to be the one that slam dunks. If we so choose, the universe is the one. is the Rodman to our Michael Jordan. Sports reference. But straight up, that's actually what it is right now. That we are getting a divine assist so we can sync that shit and get to exactly where we need to go, because we will get to exactly where we need to go. This is the ultimate card of success, y'all. We've got all 4 elements out on the table, too. We've got all 4 elements and 5 major arcana cards. You are a master of your environment. You are a master of your being. You are a master of yourself. You know what's up. You know what's up. You're going to do fucking great. You're going to do great. I'm really excited for the rest of the year. For all of us. We, every day the energy feels better and better and better and better and better. That doesn't necessarily negate the hard days or the days where our shadow demands a little bit more of us, or we just kind of get lost in our humanness for a minute. But this energy is all serving us. It's all bringing us to our own personal 6 of Cups, whatever that might be for you. Whatever puts you in the energy of 6 of Cups. Allows you to play, to be free. Only you can step out of your prison. Only you know what you need to do. And only prison, self-imprisonment, stories that you have clung to that are no longer serving you. I mean, that can be devil energy too. It doesn't have to be something as dramatic as a drug addiction, but just anything, any energy that is no longer serving you, anything that's keeping you small, anything that is telling you you're not worthy of love. That's kind of what's keeping us from spinning the wheel right now of all the things we tell ourselves we don't deserve in terms of a new start, and that's fucking bullshit. That's absolute fucking bullshit. My intention is that all of our wildest dreams come true. That is the vibration I seek to hold while I have my earth walk. That simply by putting one foot in front of the other and consciously breathing and sending breath down to my belly, all the way down to my root chakra, by doing my work, I'll get to exactly where I need to go, and I don't need to worry about anything else other than making sure I'm the best me. And it's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey. This is a time where we have to trust. We have to trust the alley-oop from the universe so we can hit that layup. Basketball. All right, guys. All my love. Again, if you're interested in booking your own personal reading, email me at astraangel111@gmail.com. I'll put that information in the box below. Again, it's wild fucking energy, but you got it. You got it. I believe in you. All my love. Thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you guys later.